Our Almighty Father, we thank you for your compassion, for the gift of life, and for your creations.
You unfailingly listen to the petitions of your children, and together, as people of diverse religions,
spiritual expressions, and indigenous traditions of USTP community,
who invoke you by different names, humbly pray that you give us courage, wisdom, hope, and peace.
As we face this pandemic, please continue to provide us with our needs.
We humbly ask for the safety of our frontliners, that they will be equipped with medical resources
and with physical, mental, and emotional strength to withstand the challenges of the time.
may our health experts and innovators find a cure for this unpredictable disease.
and may you guide our leaders in listening and responding to the voices of the people, so that they may have the conscience to render service without counting the cost.
Help us remember that what we are fighting against are not the people around us,
but an entity we cannot easily see. We pray for guidance that we may be able to continue the academic year.
regardless of the current situation. May you continually give our faculty and staff the vitality and grit to pursue their passion for service.
most especially the willingness and lure to transition to the new normal of teaching and learning.
Father,
We
we ask you to bless the community,
The administration, the faculty and staff, and the students.
make us your beacon of hope, love, and peace, so that we become instruments of healing.
Lead us towards your path so this challenging journey will conclude in communal victory.
Amen.
Here to be, your alma mater, often the fathers who we cherish high. To her we owe our training, advice that's education with hands that do the minds that think we will not fail. We shall pursue defeats won't face us nor discourage us, for God shall be our guiding star. We set banner to the sky, watch it wave with great serene. All the century voices love for the glory and honor of our school. We pledge our hearts and need to be loyal and true for it, and today dear alma mater, the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines.
All right, hello and good afternoon, everyone. As we always say, mula Batanes hanggang dulo, and even outside the Philippines, welcome to our webinar series on urban community microfarm. This is our day 2, and I am Polly.
And I am City, and happy July 1st sa lahat ng ating Facebook Live viewers. Again, we are back for another interesting topic for today's webinar. So this is, again, our second day of our Urban Community Microfarm webinar series. So just sit there, relax, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Right, Polly?
I know we are 70 over Facebook Live, ma'am.
Wow.
Keep sharing our Facebook
Keep it
Live because
coming.
again, nakikita ho namin yan sa ating mga participants or sa mga watchers or viewers na nag-share sa aming Facebook Live because
That is true.
you'll have that sharer badge. No? Later on, please keep your comments coming because we'll be having shout outs and we'll read all of your comments. And speaking of shout out, let's do a special shout out to our very own dynamic TCM chairperson, Namdarine Cuevas Raniada, who's
Hello,
watching
hello
sa ating Facebook
po.
Live right now.
Who's
Again, we
very
are so
supportive,
intrigued.
Polly, of
I
us.
know Ma'am Doreen is very supportive. Maraming salamat po. And I believe we have also from later, no? Again,
Mm-hmm.
binabasa ho namin ang inyong
Yes.
mga comments. And so feel
Nabasa.
free to
That's
drop
true.
anything there sa ating comment section. And there you go, Ate
Hello,
City.
hello.
Would you love to read a comment on screen?
Okay, let's have short shout outs first. So we have
Mhm.
Donna May Adio, ana siya. Good afternoon. So hello there guys.
There you go. From Mary Joy Abiyar. Good afternoon po. Watching from Claveria, Misamis Oriental. And a
Mm-hmm.
USCP Claveria student. Hello and good afternoon sa inyo lahat. As much as we want to do a lot of shout outs, we'll have that later on, mga
Later
higala.
on, let's
Again,
observe
we are
that.
80. We're growing. Hello sa inyo lahat. But at this point,
Keep
Ate
sharing this
City,
live stream.
please do. At this point, we would like to acknowledge our partners in this webinar series for both government and non-government agencies for a food secure, resilient, and sustainable urban community of Cagayan de Oro. And of course, without them, this webinar series wouldn't be possible. Let us begin with the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines.
Center for Human Development,
Office of the Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administration, Antigropolis.
College of Agriculture, USTP Claveria,
Department of Technology Communication Management of USTP CDO,
Department of Technician Teacher Education of USTP CDO.
Department of Teaching Languages of USTP CDO,
We also have USTP Claveria Radio Station,
Kids Who Farm,
Kids for Kids,
City Agriculture Office of Cagayan de Oro,
CLENRO or City Local Environment and Natural Resources Office,
Agriculture Training Institute of DA Region 10,
Green Minds Incorporated, and
JCI Cagayahan Gold. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Well, at the city, I believe to officially start, you want to introduce someone?
okay, so without further ado, Polly, no, to officially begin today's webinar and to give his opening message, help me welcome an environmental planner, MPA, and the department head of City Local Environment and Natural Resources, or CLENRO. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Engineer Armin A. Cuenca. A virtual round of applause, please.
Oh, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Ayan.
Hello po,
Hello?
Engineer Armin. Good afternoon
Hello?
po.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear
Can you hear
po.
me now?
Opo.
Okay. Thank you very much. Sorry for my very intermittent connection yesterday. I was able to continue. No? But first of all, we at Glenro are very much happy with this webinar. Actually, the urban container household gardening started way back uh, 6 years ago, and this is the program is for the for-piece beneficiaries, but now it expanded to other groups like the homeowners association in our resettlement project, and we are happy that USTP uh, with this webinar so that we can introduce some skills, no, to our students, to other people who are interested in urban gardening. Also, last year when pandemic started, uh, we shifted our strategy on environmental protection by introducing to the hinterland barangays the urban gardening, no? The communal garden, the communal garden. Uh, because problema sa food security, no, because of the pandemic. So instead of cutting trees for their daily provision para to sold to the market as firewood. We teach them, no, how to have a joint efforts for a communal garden. So with this time, with this pandemic, we really need to upscale everybody so that we can sustain this time. So I am congratulating the group, no, the ESTP group, for this noble project, and we hope that everybody, no, not only the community of USTP, but throughout the nation. Uh, Before, I tell you frankly, when I introduced the urban container gardening in my friends in Manila, they laughed at me. They laughed at me because wala daw silang mataniman kasi condominium yung bahay at saka yung iba naman puro konkreto yung sahig nila, yung flooring nila sa labas. But uh, right after 3 months, nakita ko na post nila, uh, may mga uh, garden sila na nasa container. So, pwede pala. So, that's why uh, even maliit lang o kunti lang ang mag-subscribe nito, but later on, I believe that many people will follow what we did now, right now. So again, congratulations to STP for this noble program. Salamat po. Good afternoon.
There you go. Thank you very much po, Environmental Planner Armin Cuenco. Mga higala, that was
Maraming
so true, no?
salamat.
It's parang, of course, food security is really a problem during the pandemic. And let me just share to you a quote. This is, according to this, you give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Same goes with our webinar series. Diba? Same goes with this webinar series. We are teaching everyone to plant because, of course, kailangan ho natin to for food safety and food security. And speaking of, this July, of course, as we all know, since elementary,
That
nutrition
is
month
true.
po natin ito. And of course, with the celebration of Nutrition Month, we also celebrate the National Disaster Resilience Month. And of course, it is very much important to grow our own vegetable garden for us, of course, to have a safe source of nutritious food and prepare us from any disasters. Like this pandemic, this is all, well, di ba? Sino ba naman ang nag-expect na magkakaroon ng pandemya? And because we are all prepared, dahil nga we have enough knowledge because of this webinar series, we can have that food security and that safe food sa ating mga backyard lamang.
That is
diba,
true.
Ate Suki?
So that is why we encourage everybody, especially our home and community gardeners, to have to plant and to have their vegetable gardens, diba? For a more sustainable pod nga urban community gardening.
I
And then
agree.
speaking
Alright.
of that, no, before we officially start this webinar, reminding everybody again to sign up the attendance or to register for you guys to get your e-certificates at the end of this 3-day webinar series.
I know, and I believe nakapin na ho sa ating comment section. It's given there by GSK CDO official Facebook page, the website where you can fill out the attendance, no, via Google form at para ma-email na sa inyong lahat ang ating e-certificate. All right, I know you guys are all excited dahil we have a very amazing speaker this afternoon. But before that, let's have a quick shout out muna. We are 75 on our Facebook Live. Let's add more to that number of viewers by sharing our Facebook Live this afternoon. All right, we have here Jennifer Puruganan Kuhukom here attending from MFCES. Hello po.
Oh, hello. We have here si Keber Hago from Patag CDO again, Polly. Ayan.
Well, I believe Keber is also nandito siya kahapon, no? Watching the day one for webinar
Thank you so
series.
much for continually supporting.
Carol Gonzaga Pulpol, watching here from Claveria, Misamis Oriental. Hi.
Hello! We have lots of viewers from Calveria, Polly.
Mhm.
We have Michelle Galorport. Good afternoon po, watching from Binuangan, Misamis Oriental. Hayan! Hello,
There you go.
hello!
Hello, hello po sa inyong lahat. And I believe we'd also like to acknowledge our 200 plus registrants from all over the Philippines.
Wow! Ang
Diba?
dami
Kahapon,
nila!
umabot na nga tayo ng Germany, I believe, diba?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. We have from Grummerbon, Guilan. Good afternoon, watching from Bukidnon. Hello po.
Ayan. Hello, hello.
All right. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I believe it's time that we formally introduce our speaker this afternoon. Who's excited? Can you drop hearts emojis sa ating comment section or fill the screen with heart reacts? I-click, click, click, click lang po yung heart reacts or drop heart emoji sa ating comment section because I
Go,
know you
guys!
guys are all excited to get to know our speaker this evening. Ayan, thank you very much. We also have from Robert Suarin. Shout out watching from Manolo Fortich. Hello. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for the heart reacts naman. There you go. I
Feeling
like
love tayo
that.
ngayon, Polly.
I
Ayan.
know. Love, love, love. Pakisaki na
Send
tayo dito. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, our speaker this afternoon is a graduate of environmental science of our very own USTP Cagayan de Oro. He is a licensed environmental planner and the Public Services Inspector 1 of the City Local Environments and Natural Resources Office, also known as CALENRO, here in the city. Ladies and gentlemen, virtual round of applause, environmental planner June Mark Lioren. Hello po, Sir June Mark.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Another
Good
JM
afternoon.
partner, no?
Yes, iba talaga mga JM.
Yes.
Hi, Sir June Mark. Good afternoon
Okay,
po.
sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon,
Ayan.
ma'am.
First and foremost, before you start your talk today, Sir June Mark, kumusta po kayo?
Ayan,
Bet-
interesting.
better than yesterday. Di ba?
Better than yesterday. I like that. Well, Sir June Mark will be talking about solid waste management to food security. Sir June Mark, how long have you been working sa Clenro po? And from 1 to 10, how dedicated are you to protect our environment?
Of course, 10. Nasa 10. Di ba?
Oh, I like that. All right. Well, Sir June Mark, I know you are ready and our viewers are so excited to hear your talk. Sir June Mark, the screen is yours.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Before I am going to start my presentation, I would like to say thank you sa GSK and then the USTP for this opportunity to our advocacy in Clenro. No, so this afternoon I will be talking on the ecological solid waste management, the key to food security. No? So before we are going to discuss on the solid waste aspect, first, I want you to share with you the biblical perspective, on why we have to protect the environment. So in Genesis 2:15 it says, "And the Lord God took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it." So meaning to say, we are just a steward on this planet Earth, no? So we have a task to do, that we have to protect our environment, no? So, but then we all know this years, or for the past few years, we have encountered mga yung environmental problem, no? So these are the environmental issues brought about by the mismanaged garbage, no? So first, we have experienced groundwater contamination due to the improper disposal of the solid waste, and then we also have experiencing air pollution due to open burning, and then diseases and climate change, then floods, no, during heavy rains because of the improper disposal, no, doon natin tinatapon sa ating mga creeks, no, sa drainage natin, so that causes urban flooding sa mga areas natin. So in Genesis 1:28 it says, "God blessed them and said to them,
Be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it. Roll over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, and over every living creature that moves on the ground. No? So, the Lord gave us the dominion, no, sa creature, no. So we have to care all the living creatures, no. But then today's in the picture shows that ganyan ba talaga ang pag-care, no, sa living creatures. So I could say that this is though masasabi natin na medyo late, but hindi pa masyadong late, kumbaga. Pwede pa natin ma-improve, pwede pa natin ma-restore yung environment natin, no, through the solid waste management natin, of course, through environmental protection, no. So we have to care the environment, no. So by the way, sa Clenro, meron kaming mga activities na ginagawa, no. Like for example, this July 4 Sunday, we will be conducting a tree growing activity doon sa sanitary landfill namin in relation to the Arbor Day celebration. So paano na lang, you can join maybe. And then in Romans 1:20 it says, "For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made." No? That's why every time may problema tayo, lagi tayong gustong pumunta sa mga magagandang lugar, because we know that God is the reflection of His creation. No? Every time, siguro, may mga disaster na nagaganap, siguro, dahil siya ang reflection, at saka hindi natin, wala tayong care sa environment, yun yung nagkaroon ng mga disaster. So maybe because of this, no? So that's why we have to protect our environment. We have to care for the environment, no? Because God is the reflection of His creation, no? So why protect God's creation, no? The Creator values all life forms and tenderly provides for their needs and expect us to follow His example in the way we regard and treat other species, no? So we have to value the creation, no? Like what our Lord do, no? So now, paano ba natin in a way na maka-care tayo sa environment, no? Or how we can contribute to restore our planet Earth, no? So in a way of our proper disposal. So proper waste disposal begins with good waste management by the generators. So including minimum waste generation, reusing surplus materials, and recycling of appropriate waste and composting, no? So kasi pag ang kasi sa yung natin sa solid waste, the more people are generating, the more waste we can dispose. So that's why we have to minimize, reuse, refuse our waste. So these are the solid waste management hierarchy. So on the top is the refuse, no? By avoiding non-recyclable materials. So we have to decide. So is these materials are recyclable, no? Magagamit ko pa ba itong materials after the use, no? Di ba? So pag hindi, then we should refuse, no? But then if we can't refuse, then we have to reduce, no, the amount of the solid waste we produce. And then reuse by using materials repeatedly. So we have to reuse, no? And then recycle by using materials to make new products, no? I would share with you dito sa Cagayan de Oro, meron tayong Ecobricks Hub, no? located at the Upper Dagong, Carmen, yung formerly dump site. So, merong from laminated sachet yung mga sachet natin sa coffee. Di ba? Yung laminated sachet, you can donate that to our cooperative. Merong materials recovery facility cooperative doon. They are managing the EcoBreak Hub. So, you can donate your laminated sachet doon, and then they are making those materials into eco-bricks, no, na pwedeng gamitin sa bahay, and then pwede rin sa for pavers, no, on the ground natin. So, and then the next is the recovery. So, recovering energy from waste. So, from now, wala pa naman tayong waste to energy. So, maybe soon, or like the other countries do, no, meron silang waste to energy. And then the last is the landfill. So, safe disposal of waste to landfill. So, ito yung least favor option, no? So, hindi yung we generate waste tapos tapon na lang natin sa landfill. Hindi yung ganun. So, least favor talaga yung landfill. Kumbaga, last option na talaga siya, no? So, in Cagayan de Oro, meron kinandak na waste analysis and characterization study. So, dito, hinimay-himay yung mga basura, kung ilang percentage ng basura ang na-generate, no? So, meron tayong 4 na classification sa basura. Una, we have biodegradable waste or the compostable. And then we have recyclable waste. And then we have residual waste. And then the last one is the special waste. So, yung biodegradable waste natin, ito yung pinakamataas, no? Based sa mga classification niya, followed by the recyclable materials, no? And then the residual waste. Supposedly, ang dapat na itapon natin sa ating sanitary landfill is only the residual waste. Yun lang talaga, no? Yung 14%. But apparently, lahat ng basura talagang tinatapon natin. So, walang recovery na nagaganap. So, imagine, pag tinapon natin ang basura natin, lahat ng basura natin, so without the concept of recycling, without the concept of composting, yung landfill natin is meron ding hangganan, no? May lifespan yun. So, pag hindi mo siya, hindi tayo nag-care, kumbaga, like for example, supposedly, yung landfill natin may lifespan na 5 years. So, dahil wala tayong reduction, so by 2 years, 3 years, mapupuno na siya. Then, next, we maghanap naman ng ibang location para kung saan ilagay ang landfill. So, in the case, ang hirap humanap ng location for the sanitary landfill, no? Madami pa yung kailangan na gawin, and then ang isa pa dyan is, are you willing, no? Willing ka ba na yung landfill ilagay sa barangay nyo, di ba? So think of it, no? Yung landfill ilagay na sa barangay, di ba? One time lang na hindi makolekta yung basura natin, talagang magagalit na tayo, bakit hindi na kolekta yung basura natin? How much more kung doon itapon yung basura sa barangay natin, di ba? So, sabi nga nila, not in my backyard, di ba? So, ganun. So, kailangan natin talaga na i-manage ang ating mga basura. So, now, in a concept, no? By the way, I forgot, no? Before sana ako disclaimer sana. So, I met this guy during 2017, no? I attended the urban container gardening seminars dun sa Xavier University. So, Mr. Juju Room. So, siya yung nag-inspire sa akin, no, ng on the proper or the easiest way sa composting. And then, ano yung magandang dulot ng composting, no? So, ito yung picture na talagang may makukuha tayo sa basura, di ba? Yung akala natin na hindi magagamit, yun pala ay pwede nating gamitin, no, para meron tayong mga pagkain sa ating pamamahay through urban container gardening, no. So of course, para yun papasok yung composting natin. Kasi kung magtatanim ka lang or urban gardening and then you are not using your biodegradable waste, sayang din naman, di ba? Bibili ka pa ng lupa or yung mga compost na, so magastos ba? So imbis na ma-produce natin yung mga biodegradable waste natin into compost, and then magagamit natin siya na pwedeng taniman, and then para makaano tayo ng pagkain to grow food, vegetables, di ba? So ito yung food security. So especially this time of pandemic, no? Hindi natin alam kung kailan matatapos yung COVID-19. So we have to be resilient, no, or we have to provide our own food in our home, diba? So paano ba mag-start, no? Start with what you have, no? So ano yung nasa bahay natin, yun yung gagamitin natin, no? So base kanina, ito yung basura natin, no? So yung biodegradable, meron tayong recyclable waste. Ano ba yung pwedeng gawin natin sa recyclable waste? Yung recyclable waste natin, instead na itapon, pwede natin yung ibenta sa mga junk shops, no? Kung sa tingin nyo, kunti lang ang kita, pwede nyo namang i-donate, no? Merong mga bumibili, tapos wag nyo nang pabayaran sa kanila. So instead na itapon natin sa basura, at saka instead na ipakolekta natin, no? 'Di ba? So para ma-reduce yung natin, yung generation or ang disposal natin. And then yung biodegradable waste natin, ito yung pinakamalaki. So at home we can start, no? 'Di ba? Maka-start tayo ng composting yung biodegradable waste natin. At saka yung residual waste natin, pwede nating yun yung itapon na natin, 'di ba? But then sabi ko kanina, yung laminated sachet natin, pwede nating gamitin yon, no? Especially dito sa Cagayan de Oro. Pwede niyong i-donate yung mga laminated sachet ninyo, yung mga ng junk foods, di ba? May laminated sachet din yung tawag doon. Yung may parang silver yung sa likuran niya. Katulad ng coffee, sachet ng coffee. So pwede pa nating malisen yung generation or yung disposal ng residual waste, no? 'Di ba? So, yun yung pinaka natin na ma-reduce yung basura natin, no? So, yung biodegradable natin, we can compose it to barrel composting, no? Then probably yung black soldier fly, merong mga uod diyan pag pupunta sa mga basura natin. But this black soldier fly larva is not hindi siya harmful sa atin, no? So hindi siya katulad ng house flies na nasa yung sa bahay na mga typical na mga flies. Itong black soldier flies, iba siya. Kita nyo yung itim, yung may araw. And then yung may sa balde, yun yung gagamitin natin sa composting para mas madali ma-breakdown yung mga compost natin, no? So ito yung lifespan ng black soldier fly, no? So ang black soldier fly is may lifespan na 5 to 8 days, no? So after that, pwede silang mamatay na sila. And then they can lay eggs, 500 to 1,200 eggs, no? Pag nag-lay sila. Tapos mag sila into larva hatch, no, after 100 hours. So by the way, ang protein content ng larva, yung itong black soldier fly larva is 42%, no. So mataas siya. And then ano yung good thing ng larva? Pwede natin siyang i-feed sa manok natin, no. Pwede siyang i-feed sa manok at saka mas yung itlog niya, marami yung maproproduce na itlog, no, sa ating mga manok natin. And then pwede rin sa isda natin, no, in the case like for example kung may aquaponics tayo, so instead na bibili tayo ng feeds tapos nag-compose tayo using black soldier fly larva, so yun yung igawin nating feeds sa mga manok natin, sa livestock natin. sali na yung mga isda natin. So in my case, self-harvesting ng black soldier fly larva. So sabi ko kanina, yung way back 2017, nag-interest ako talaga dito. So parang gugma ba nga kung interesado ka mangita gid kag pamaagi, no. So ingon ana siya. So nangita ko pamaagi nga unsaon nako siya nga dili ko maglisod pag kanang kuha aning mga larva. So nagtan-aw ko og mga tutorial dito sa YouTube kung unsaon. So mo ni akong gibuhat dayon. So sa isa ka barrel ako na siyang gisiminto, paubos pasaka, no. Makita na to dire. And then ayang tumoy ana na siya bangag. And then gigamit na ko is kanang water pipe kaning blue. And then na siya outlet dire sa tunga mugawas. So every time ma-reach niya to kato nga age niya, mugawas ra na siya ang kaning larva. And then mao din na siya akong gina-feed sa akong mga manok, no. So and then of course gina-involve gina ko ni akong mga chikiting sa mga tanom namo, no. Experiment pud mi og tanom sa watermelon, naapod mi gitanom dito sa amuang taas. Wala mi mga area nga matamnan. We are using urban container talaga. We have dragon fruit, no. Meron kaming dragon fruit na yung ginamit namin is yung container ng mineral water. So thanks be to God, nagbunga na siya, no. So sa picture bulaklak pa, but then ngayon hindi ko na nasali yung picture ng dragon fruit. So yung mga bata talaga sinasali talaga namin, no? Kasi it says in the Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old he will not depart from it, di ba? So siguro yung when way back sa elementary days ko, may agriculture talaga kasi dati. Unlike ngayon, parang hindi na-expose yung mga kabataan sa agriculture, di ba? So hindi naging hilig na ng mga bata ngayon, no. Then another good thing, di ba, kung mag-composting tayo. So may makukuha pa rin tayo na another product aside yung black soldier fly larva na pwede nating i-feed sa mga manok natin, or aside from the compost nga makukuha natin, no. So meron din tayong fertilizer na makuha, itong liquid fertilizer. So yung lishay, yung rice wash natin, no, pwede natin yan instead na itapon, that contributes to water pollution. I-store natin yan, at saka yung urine o ihi natin, di ba? So akala natin yung ihi wala talagang gamit, but pwede natin siyang i-mix, no. This picture is not mine. Ginamit to during the presentation of Sir Jojo Rom, no. So ito yung formula para makabuo ng urine-based fertilizer. So 2 rice wash, and then isang galon na urine, and then 1 galon ng biolishay, no. So equal yung liters nila dapat. So 2:1:1 yung ratio nila. And then paano to gawin, no? So ferment in a shady area, and then in elevated platform, wait until bubble turns white, and then harvesting line. No? Ito yung end product natin, urine-based fertilizer. So ito yung pinakita niya kung ano yung ilan yung percent ng NPK niya. So at saka yung talagang procedure application kung paano siya gagawin, no. Ferment close tight, and then 2 parts rice washing, 1 part pure urine, and then 1 part biodegradable waste lishay, yung kumbaga duga, ano ba yun sa term, yung lishay niya. Kasi yung biodegradable waste natin may parang tubig yan, no, na produce. So we can collect that one and then ihalo natin, no? And then after 7 days, mix them all. Extend fermentation for 14 days. Just remove bubbles every 3 days to localize or reduce smell from rice wash. Then apply pure solution at a rate of 150 ml per pot once a week, no? So of course, may disclaimer to, the NPK analysis might be too technical, but the good result on your plant when applied means you are free from the control of this controlling the agribusiness industry, selling fertilizers. UBF also contains 10% ethanol byproduct of fermentation, no? Then may variation talaga yung natin kasi depende kasi yan sa mga like yung sa na nilalagay natin na mga na basura or na biodegradable waste, no? So depende, like for example, hindi ka ang nilalagay mo lang is more on mga yung lamaw, kumbaga, so walang fruits. So depende yung NPK result talaga niya, no? And then according to him, ito yung mga pwede nating maging savings or earning pag nag-compose tayo, through urine-based fertilizer, you can have a savings on the fertilizer 3,000 a month, and then the black soldier fly for our feeds is 2,000 per month, and then the natural bioimmunizer, we can have earnings. So, pwede din siyang gamitin as natural bioimmunizer. Interruption there. So, to end, according to Mr. Jojo Room, we don't need to become an environmentalist, a forester, or an agriculturist to care and make this planet and its inhabitants healthy. Just make a gardening a way of life. Starting with a single pot, no? So we have to start with a single pot. Mao gina siya, dili na ko siya malimtan, no, sa iyaha nga kaninga quotation. Start with a single pot, no? And then makuha na to nga unsa ka gwapo, katsada, interesting ang agriculture, no? Especially on our food security. So to end, Matthew 5:16, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father who is in heaven, no? Ako gini siyang kanunay gina-quote kaning Matthew 5:16 tungod kay kung imong silingan dili siya ga-composting, di siya ga-segregate, then let it be. We have to set example to them, no? So that's all. Limpyo nga syudad atong responsibilidad. Dagang salamat.
Limpyo nga syudad atong responsibilidad. Thank you very much, Environmental Planner June Mark Clearden, for that
Maraming
talk.
salamat,
Thank you very
sir.
much. Virtual round of applause naman from our Facebook Live viewers. Thank you very much once again. If you have any questions, Higala, feel free to drop it sa ating comment section because Sir June Mark will answer all of those questions.
Mhm.
But napakaganda that we were able to know about those things. Kasi I believe again, hindi lang pala reuse, reduce, recycle ang dapat
That
natin
is
kailangan,
true.
but we have to refuse using things na talagang makakasira. I believe one great project to that is not using the cellophanes. Diba? I believe now in the city, we're currently using eco bags, brown bags.
Yes.
And of course,
Paper
diba, imagine
bags.
black soldier fly, they only have 5 to 8 days. And within that 5 to 8 days, they have to do their function and their responsibilities in that 5 to 8 days of existence. And we as humans, we're given 80, 100, and even more years to live. And that's it's an important thing that we have to do our responsibilities as well. And I believe one of that is to really take care of our environment, of our planet Earth. And
That
in
is
fact,
true.
it's biblical, diba? So
Yeah.
thank you very much for that, Sir John
Especially,
Martire.
Polly, no, what strikes me most is really the urine-based fertilizer. Akalain mo yun, pwede pala yun.
Diba? From ihi to halaman to
Oo!
the...
Ang growing, di ba, ang procedure
Oo.
niya yun.
Tsaka may mga bagay na akala natin wala nang use, pero meron
Ay,
pa pala.
iba na pala yan, Polly. Kalain.
Diba? There you
Again,
go.
it's very important, no, talaga po, to really get aware of these environmental issues that we have, like air pollution, sea pollution, toxic garbages, and a lot more actually. And through environmental protection, no, or practicing solid waste management or disposal, no, it can
Diba?
prevent our nature to worsen and restore our ecosystem. So
Diba?
thank you
It's
so much,
saddening
sir.
kasi that
That's
we're
true.
experiencing those. But we as human being, meron pa pong solusyon. Kaya pa ho natin. And we have questions. We have from Jose Marie Villegas Mercado. Is there commercially available black soldier fly? Salamat po.
So actually dito sa Cagayan de Oro wala po. Pero meron dun sa Davao may binibenta sila na black soldier fly. So pero yung black soldier fly talagang naturally growing naman siya eh. Pag nag-compose tayo, talagang pupunta yan sa compost natin o yung basura natin na biodegradable waste, and then but they are not invasive, no. Hindi naman kasi 'di ba may lifespan na lang sila na 5 to 8 days, and then most probably yung iba nga kino-culture nila, hindi nila ina-allow na umalis yung black soldier fly, lalo na pag yung demand mo sa larva mo for your feeds, no. So yung kanina pumunta kami dun sa Westbound Market diyan sa Bulwa, yung ano natin, vegetable landing. So isa sa mga project nila, hopefully this year ma-realize na, no. Isa sa project nila kasi ang westbound terminal natin diyan sa Bulwa, sila yung isa sa pinakamalaking generation ng bio-waste kasi vegetable landing yan, di ba? So yung hindi mabibili ng mga gulay, so instead na itapon sa landfill, so they will make a composting facility, kasama na dyan ang black soldier fly, no. So meron kaming mga ano kanina, mga pictures, so hindi ko na share. Yun.
There you go. And I believe with that answer ay nasagot na rin ho ang question from GSKCDO na asa makog black soldier fly and dili ba siya invasive. So again, for commercially available black soldier fly, it's only available in Davao, and it is not invasive species. It's not an invasive species. All right. We will still be entertaining more questions. So again, if you have, feel free to drop it sa ating comment section. And I'd like to remind everyone as well to fill out our attendance for today, because again, once you are able to sign that, your e-certificates will be directly emailed to you.
Okay.
Right. Chikahan muna tayo dito, Sir June Mark.
Let's have...
may share na lang din ako, sir.
Yes,
Based on my experience, no.
Sure po.
Doon sa bahay namin, wala naman akong nakikita na mga flies, yung black soldier fly na pakalat-kalat doon sa area namin. So meaning to say, hindi talaga siya delikado. And then isa pa, based sa mga studies, hindi siya carrying disease na na itong black soldier fly, unlike yung ibang mga flies, di ba? So hindi siya peste. So kumbaga katulad ng sinabi ni Sir J. Mark kahapon, no, na hindi may mga insect na hindi peste, di ba? So
that's right. So it's
ang black soldier fly. Oo.
Yes po.
Yun.
It's safe to compose kasi ito nga ang nagkakapagpa-attract ng mga black soldier flies. And again, hindi po ito nakakasama at hindi po siya peste. We have a question here po, again from Jose Marie Villegas. At the city, would you love to read the question?
Okay, ana siya. For the benefit of those who don't know, what does RA 9003 mandate? So what are the common violations daw po of the act? And what is the penalty?
Okay. So, based on RA 9003, no, it mandates the segregation at source, no. From our household, kailangan talaga natin mag-segregate. The main goal niya is to reduce waste. Yun yung, and then to protect health, yung health natin, kumbaga. Isa sa mga goal niya. And then, ang common violations niya is yung open burning, yung nagbaburn ng mga waste natin. That includes yung mga cellophane, which is harmful, no? Which is ano sa health natin. And then yung mga penalty niya is we have yung segregation, merong mga penalty yon. At saka illegal dumping, no? Yung kahit saan itapon yung basura. So may ano corresponding na around 2,000 Then in the case sa Cagayan de Oro, meron tayong City Ordinance 13378. So hindi lalagpas ng 5,000 yung hindi ko lang na memorize yung penalty niya. So but hindi siya lalagpas based on the local government code na not more than 5,000 pero nasa 500 to 2,000 ang penalty niya.
But I believe po, Sir Junmark, no, kasi there are a lot of like rules, diba, under like a specific act about protecting the environment, and some of these po parang pwede kang makulong, I believe.
Yeah, pwede kang makulong, no, pag na, pero hopefully walang makukulong dahil
hopefully
pag
kasi as
parang anong kaso niyan, di ba? Basura, parang hindi maganda pakinggan, di ba? Dahil sa basura nakulong.
As we know, social responsibility natin yan eh.
Isang tao.
And I think that just shows that we must really protect the environment. Kasi ano ko yan, because I was given a chance to talk as well for the environment and all that. Kaya may mga ganun na pwede makulong and may mga fines na kaya na dapat mong ibigay. Eto naman po tayo from Michael Daang Jr. Good afternoon po. Is there any substitute of black soldier fly?
Meron din naman kasi yung iba gumagamit ng vermi, no? Vermi, then yung iba maraming mga technology na pwedeng gamitin sa composting. But ano kasi yung black soldier fly, mas madali niya yung decomposition process and then hindi siya masyadong complicated i-manage, no, unlike yung vermi. Talagang we tried in isa sa barangay dito sa Cagayan, nag-try kami mag-raise ng vermi. Hindi talaga nila kaya i-manage yung vermi composting. So technically mahirap siya, pero pwede naman, di ba? May mga other technology pa naman. Then yung iba natural lang talaga, hindi nila let ma-degrade lang talaga yung mga waste.
All right. At the city for our next question.
We have from Ma'am Angel, I believe. Ano siya? How do we maintain sanitation sa compost?
Okay. Para ma-maintain yung compost natin, of course, kailangan talaga nating maglinis, di ba? At saka yung kailangan may cover para hindi yung mga rodents natin, yung other flies na pwedeng pumunta doon kasi kailangan i-cover natin, and then maintain cleanliness talaga, no? Yun.
There you go. Ito naman po tayo from Ben John Philip Along. Hello, sir and ma'am. I'd like to ask the speaker about the bioleche. Tama po ba ako sa bioleche? Bioleche agent. At saan po makukuha yon at ano
yung bio... Okay, bio. Yung lychee po or yung lychee no, naturally na-produce yan pag nag-decompose yung basura natin, no. So pwede mo yang i-collect yung mga lychee niya. So naturally they are producing lychee, yung biodegradable waste natin, 'di ba? Try to stock biodegradable waste, 'di ba? Makikita mo may liquid diyan na produce. So yan yung bio-lychee.
All right, there you go. Eto naman, Celeste Calzada, I believe clarify nga yung nagbigay siya ng additional information on
Yun
the
yung
Republic Act
isa sa mga
9003.
sagot, I think.
Yeah.
So open burning penalty, disposal of unsegregated, illegal dumping, littering. Ito po yung mga hindi pwede na if ma-capture po natin ito na may gumagawa nito, pwedeng again yung gumawa nito magbabayad ng fine or pwedeng makulong.
Basically, the violators, di ba?
But of course, please let's not do this.
Yeah.
As much as possible.
As much as possible.
Oo. Sana wala
Tama po,
tayong
ma'am.
siguro,
para din naman sa atin yun eh, di ba?
I know.
We are promoting for our future generation.
That is true.
May baka may quote ako dito na makuha, no.
Opo. Kasi syempre isa lang ang earth, isa lang mundo natin, kailangan yung alagaan. Wala na po tayong ibang mundo. And if masira man ito, wala na. Goodbye.
Wala na.
Goodbye earth, goodbye human being.
Kaya nga, di ba?
Goodbye existence.
Ito may from Maati, no. Sabi niya, the generation that destroys the environment is not the generation that pays the price. That is the problem, di ba? Kung tayo ang destroy ng environment, hindi tayo yung nag-pay ng price, yung future generation natin, di ba?
Couldn't agree more.
Totoo. Siyempre, kaya nga po, every actions that we do now, reflection po yung kung ano yung mangyayari sa kinabukasan natin. Let's have, before that question, no, ito po, I think there's another information about the lychee or the lychee. It's a liquid being produced by decomposing waste, like yung mga gulay, may pinuproduce siyang liquid, which is dangerous po, lalo na if it will mix with our water source. So, importanteng mahiwalay natin itong mga... But again, this can be used as a fertilizer, right po, diba? Sir June Mark?
Instead na matapon mo, instead na ma-mix with our water sources, kunin na lang natin and make it yung liquid fertilizer natin, diba? Yung urine-based fertilizer. Diba?
Okay.
Magagamit talaga natin siya.
Yeah, the lychee. Now, ito po, we have a question from Angel. In your experience, yes, at the city, if you want to read.
Yes, in your experience daw po, how did you start composting and what was your motivation to keep it going until now?
So, nag-start ako mag-composting is during, actually, nag-attend ako ng mga trainings last 2016. But then, yung nakita ko or naka-attend ako ng training with Sir Jojo Room, no? So, he inspired me introducing black soldier fly kasi meron kaming mga manok doon sa bahay namin. And then mas malaki pala yung masisave ko na money pag may makaproduce ako ng black soldier fly. At the same time, yung tanim namin is may magandang lupa kumbaga, di ba? Through yung compost na produce, no, by composting using black soldier fly. So, and then it makes me keep going dahil I want to inspire my kids, no, na they have to protect as well, no? Hindi lang ako yung dapat na protect sa environment kasi gusto natin na I want to make example to my kids. So, yun yung naging motivation ko para makita nila na na maganda pala yung ginagawa ng yung ating papa, di ba? Yun yung ano natin sa kanila.
Oh, and it will always start sa ating mga kabahayan, 'di ba? Imagine everyone working together to protect the environment. Napakaganda ho ng mundo, 'di ba? I mean, we could live in a better place, in a
Kahit
better
nga
world.
small
Alright.
initiative lang yan, di ba?
Diba? It could always make a great impact, not just hindi lang sa ngayon, but also again, pinaka-importante for the future generations. To our Facebook Live viewers, we will still be entertaining one more question. So kung ano mang tanong yan, i-drop nyo na po sa ating comment section because again, that'll be the last question that we'll be entertaining this afternoon. So ayan, far away. Ibigay nyo na ang, there you go. Habang wala pa tayong tanong, let's do a quick shout out. Or like magchikahan tayo dito. From Borono Renyo Octavo, watching from Coronadal City, South Cotabato. Wow, hello.
Hello. Ayan, from Krisha Quezon. Good afternoon, watching from Talakag, Bukidnon. Ayan, hello, hello.
Hello po sa inyong lahat. From Mary Ann Bacasnot, Pedrera Bacasnot. Good afternoon, watching from Udyongan, Hingoog City, Misamis Oriental, and a USTP Claveria student. Hi, Mary Ann.
You are welcome. From Ronald Ilagilag, watching from Claveria USTP, from Claveria Misamis Oriental. Hello, hello sa inyong lahat dyan.
There you go. Eto muna, shoutout natin to bago ako maitanong kay Sir June Mark. From Lara Espina. Good afternoon, Lara Vanessa Espina, watching from Barangay Tablon. Hello to our partner barangays
speaking
as well,
of
no? Barangay Tablon and
Pagatpat.
Barangay Pagatpat. There you go. Hello po sa inyong lahat and welcome to our webinar series Day 2. Bukas meron pa po tayong Day 3. So please stay with
last
us.
day, di ba?
Yes, sa ating, I think parang pabuto natin ang webinar series. Eto po, Sir June Mark, huling mensahe na lang po para sa lahat ng mga nanonood since wala pa tayong last question. Huling mensahe para sa mga nanonood and invite them, persuade them na alagaan lalo ang ating environment. What is your message po to all of us watching right now?
Sa lahat, no, I am thankful na nanood tayo, no. We want to learn bakit tayo nandito, but the question is how we are going to apply what we learn, no. Kung ano yung natutunan natin dito, kailangan natin i-apply, no. Kasi sayang yung learning without the application, no. Pwede tayong makinig ng mga webinar tapos ito ganito, but then hindi natin ma-apply. So sayang naman, di ba? So yung effort natin na nakikinig tayo, yung effort ng nag-host dito, di ba? Yung beautiful ladies and the gentlemen natin, di ba? So yun yung mga natin, di ba? We need to apply what we learn, di ba? And then to end from Chef Sitol na it says, we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. So, thank you.
I like that. We borrowed it from our children. Kaya kailangan nating isaoli sa kanila, sa future generations, na maganda pa, na pwede pang hinahan, and all that. Oo, diba? Ito po, one last question from Mary Joy Abiar. Good afternoon po. Pwede po ba yung urine lang, hindi hinahaluan ng rice wash at bioliche?
Siguro, meron kasing mga content din yung urine natin eh. So, when we apply directly, posible acidic yung urine natin. So, pwedeng maano natin yung tanim natin, di ba? So, mas maganda talaga yung gamitin natin yung bioliche natin kasi we are magko-compose na naman tayo. So, at saka yung rice wash natin, instead na itapon natin, why not? Gagamitin na lang natin, di ba? So, let us make a resourceful, di ba? Para mas maano yung mga tanim natin. So, yun.
Yan. Let's unleash our resourcefulness and our creativity in taking care of our environment. And of course, again, thank you very much, Sir Junmark. Mga higala to everyone watching right now. Environmental Planner Junmark Cleoren is a co-founder of GSK
Yes.
CDO. Ayan, thank you
Bulayan sa
very much po.
Kabalayan. Thank you so much,
Diba? Thank you for
sir.
initiating this amazing initiative, this advocacy, I
Mm-mm.
believe.
We
Because of
really
course,
get
para ho
hope, di
ito.
ba?
Oo,
To
para ito
apply
sa
those
lahat ng ating
things sa
mga
lahat.
participants.
That is true,
I
Pocky.
agree. With that, let us allow us po to present this e-certificate.
Yay!
And allow me first to read the citation. Para ho ito sa ating speaker this afternoon. Of course, we're just so grateful that he's here with us. Certificate of recognition is presented to Sir Junmark Ol Yoren for sharing his knowledge and expertise as resource speaker for the topic Solid Waste Management to Food Security during the webinar series on Urban Community Microfarm conducted by the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines and Kids Who Farm on July 1, 2021 via Facebook Live. Given this first day of July 2021, signed Agropolis Technopark Development in charge of USCP Clint Jongo Pacana, acting city agriculturist of Cagayan de Oro, Mr. Paul Douglas Kalingin, our co-founder for Kids Who Farm, Munir Hinay, and of course, the head for Center for Human Development in the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines, Angeli Azcuna Colliera. Virtual round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen,
Ayan!
Mr. Junmark Lioren.
Maraming salamat again po for all the learnings that you have
Sige.
imparted sa ating live viewers. And we hope na they get to learn and apply those things for a more fruitful and sustainable urban community gardening.
At
Diba?
para sa future natin, para sa kinabukasan.
Future world, future planet Earth.
There you go.
That is true.
Thank you very much, Sir Junmark, for your
Thank you.
time. Thank you. Maraming salamat po. And we hope to see you in person very
That
soon
is
when this
true.
pandemic ends. Diba?
We would love
Magkita-kita
to hear
tayo.
a lot more of you. Diba, sir?
Super. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, napakaganda ho ng simula ng ating July. This is July 1 and we started the month right. We started this with adding more knowledge para mas mapangalagaan pa ang ating environment para sa ating kinabukasan at para sa ating mga anak and all that for the future generations.
Ika nga ni
And
sir, diba?
oo. And that is why we're just very grateful for you all for always joining us here since yesterday and now you're here today. And I believe babalik pa kayo bukas for a third day.
Tomorrow.
Yes, and please invite more friends, guys. Dahil again, hindi lang ho ito para sa ating mga participants at para sa atin. But again, inuulit-ulit ho namin because this is such an important thing na malaman ng lahat that what we are doing right now will really affect the future generations. Kaya ngayon pa lang alagaan na natin ang ating environment, ang ating kalikasan dahil nag-iisa lang ho ito. Ate City, you wanna say more?
Yes, before we forgot, no, kindly fill out the evaluation form which later on will be pinned sa ating comment section for you guys to get your A certificates along with the registration form, of course, that you have to fill out also.
All right, and before we officially say goodbye, everyone, allow us to thank once again our partners that made this webinar series possible, beginning with the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines,
Center for Human Development,
Office of the Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administration, Agropolis,
College of Agriculture of USTP Claveria,
Department of Technology Communication Management of USCP CDO,
Department of Technician Teacher Education of USTP CDO,
Department of Teaching Languages of USCP CDO,
USTP Claveria Radio Station,
Kids Who Farm,
Kids for Kids.
City Agriculture Office of Cagayan de Oro.
We also have Glenro, City Local Environment and Natural Resources Office,
Agriculture Training Institute of DA Region 10,
Green Mines Incorporated, and of course,
JCI Cagayan Gold. Again, maraming salamat
maraming
po
salamat.
sa inyong lahat. And to all our viewers, thank you very much. This has been our day 2 for our webinar series on urban community microfarms. See you tomorrow for third
See you
and last day.
tomorrow, mga
This has been
GC.
Polly Undag
and City Alea Paki, and have a good day, everybody. God bless.
Goodbye. Have a
And
great day
thank you so
ahead.
much.
Thank you.